أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن رحمته جعل لكم الليل والنهار لتسكنوا فيه ولتبتغوا من فضله ولعلكم تشكرون.
And it is out of his mercy that he created for you the night and the day, so that you may find rest in the night. Seek the bounty of your Lord during the day and become grateful. This is Surah Al-Qasas, chapter 28, verse 73. You have just heard the verse along with its translation. Before this verse, in verses 71 and 72, Allah asks us two thought-provoking questions. Allah says, "Tell me, if Allah were to make the night everlasting until the day of resurrection, who besides Allah could bring you daylight? Will you not then listen?" Then Allah says, "Tell me, if Allah were to make the day everlasting until the day of resurrection, who besides Allah could bring you the night in which you find rest? Will you not then see?" After asking these questions, Allah declares in verse 73 that the alternation of day and night is a manifestation of His mercy. Day and night are not merely two parts of a 24-hour cycle. They are a perfectly designed system, one of Allah's greatest blessings upon humanity. Night is not simply the absence of light. It is a gift of peace, tranquility, and recovery. It is the time when we sleep, restore our energy, relieve our fatigue, and prepare ourselves to wake up refreshed for another day. Pause for a moment and think, what if there were no night, only endless daylight? Every human being, and indeed almost every living creature, has a natural sleep cycle. We are all designed to sleep at certain times and wake at certain times. But if there were no night, how would we know when to rest and when to begin our day? The health of humanity and countless other creatures would fall into chaos. Many plants and living organisms depend on darkness to survive. Without the night, their very existence would become impossible. Think about those who wake up for tahajjud, the voluntary night prayer. They experience a unique serenity, closeness to Allah, and spiritual peace that can only be found in the stillness of the night. Without the night, where would they find that priceless experience? Now consider the opposite situation. What if there were only night and no day? During the day, plants and trees perform the remarkable process of photosynthesis. Using the sunlight, they produce the food that sustains their own lives and supports the entire food chain on Earth. Without daylight, plants would be unable to make their food, and plant life on this planet would eventually disappear. If there were no plants or trees, humanity and countless other creatures would face severe shortages of food. There would be no fruits, no vegetables, no grains, nothing that forms the foundation of life. Without the sun's warmth, the earth would remain cold. The balance of the seasons would collapse, and the planet's entire climate system would be thrown into disorder. Now think about the beautiful balance Allah has created. We rest at night, and during the day, we rise to work, strive, learn, earn a living, and build our future. Can you imagine life without this perfect rhythm? What an incredible mercy of Allah. What an extraordinary blessing. Night follows day, and day follows night. Not just once, but continuously, every single day, without fail. Even today, when someone stays awake all night, people often say, "You've become like an owl." And we know from experience that a person who spends the entire night awake and sleeps throughout the day often suffers physically and mentally. Their health declines, their productivity decreases, and they struggle to make progress in life. This teaches us an important lesson. Whenever we go against the system Allah has created, against the natural order He has established, we ultimately harm ourselves. Every system Allah has placed in this universe has a purpose. They are signs for us to observe, to listen to reflect upon, to understand, and ultimately to recognize His wisdom. And when we truly appreciate these blessings, our hearts naturally fill with gratitude. May Allah make us among those who reflect upon His signs, recognize His countless blessings, and remain grateful to Him always. Assalamu Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.